Make it a date with Seun Okinbaloye on Mike On Podcast every Saturday at 7 p.m. as he x-rays issues beyond the regular and dives deeper to depths that allow him bring you answers to questions on your mind. In this podcast room, everything points to accountability, and you are the boss. No one understands how to hold public figures to account like Seun Okinbaloye. Catch Mike On Podcast live this Saturday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Instagram, and X. Mike On Podcast for the independent mind.
The advantage of social media is more than the disadvantage. But I'm telling you, the irresponsible use of social media has rendered almost the advantage to nothing. You understand? Because if you build and then you destroy, how does that help you?
So social media is destroying our society.
It is. If I tell you morally, if I tell you the level of moral damage that social media has done to Nigerian society, it's unquantifiable. And everybody knows this.
Should the president of the day be worried about the consequence?
Well, he himself is a victim. I have read somewhere where he said he doesn't even use social media anymore. If it is good, if it's something that is good, why will a whole president of 200 million Nigerians refuse to? Me, I devote 1 hour every day for social media. I devote 1 hour for radio, and I devote another 1 hour for television, just to have an idea. What are the polls outside? How do people see us as leaders? How you understand? And you cannot run away from that. The ordinary man on the street is the man who knows what he feels, how he feels it, and then the effect on him. And if you don't listen to him, he doesn't have access to you. But he has access to Berkete family, he has access to channel, maybe if he run into you somewhere, he has access to other means of dissemination of information. And then you can see what his thinking is. So if you know what his thinking is, there are some that may not necessarily be correct.
Well, are you worried that what you are saying today, they will come after you?
Who?
People on social media.
I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, no. You see,
they came after you once.
Yes, and has that affected me? Have I not been vindicated today?
Did you think that some people took advantage of Buhari?
Yes.
Maybe because of his sickness or his state of health?
No.
Or you don't think that Buhari's nature?
Because of his trust.
That's who Buhari is.
Yeah. Because of his trust.
He trusts anybody.
No. He believed erroneously that the people he was going to work with, who were acting as first-class psychopaths, were the good people. And therefore, he thought they will translate his vision into reality.
So he surrounded himself.
Yeah, that was exactly what happened. And then, unfortunately, again, he now decided to seclude himself, from those who were capable of giving him good advice to redirect his thinking.
So the cabals took over the government.
I don't want to say cabals. I will say some few misguided individuals who, really put us into this kind of situation. 85% of those who occupy public office today, who went into those offices after taking the oath of office, don't even know the contents of the oath of office they have taken. They just
so they are ignorant of the office in which they.
Yeah, if you want, you can conduct a research. Stop any senator, stop any member of House of Reps, and question him about the Constitution. Ask him, and then see what his reaction will be.
So most of them don't even know their duties, their role, and responsibility in which they have been elected for.
They are focused on that duty that gives them an advantage.
And what is that?
Whatever it is.
The Jews.
I don't know.
The money
that
comes out of it.
I don't know. But let me tell you, when you hear executive governor challenge him, let him show you where in the Constitution of the Federal Republic.
No executive governor, no executive president.
Just governor of a state, president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You can also decide what we'll be talking about next time on Mike On Podcast with Seun Okinbaloye. Just follow us on the Mike On Podcast on all leading social media platforms and share your thoughts and comments. We are happy to hear from you. Make it a date with Seun Okinbaloye on Mike On Podcast every Saturday at 7 p.m. as he x-rays issues beyond the regular and dives deeper to depths that allow him bring you answers to questions on your mind. In this podcast room, everything points to accountability, and you are the boss. No one understands how to hold public figures to account like Seun Okinbaloye. Catch Mike on Podcast Live this Saturday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Instagram, and X. Mike on Podcast for the independent mind.
The advantage of social media is more than the disadvantage. But I'm telling you, the irresponsible use of social media has rendered almost the advantage to nothing. You understand? Because if you build and then you destroy, how does that help you?
So social media is destroying our society.
It is. If I tell you morally, if I tell you the level of moral damage that social media has done to Nigerian society, it's unquantifiable, and everybody knows this.
Should the president of the day be worried about the consequence?
Well, he himself is a victim. I have read somewhere where he said he doesn't even use social media anymore. If it is good, if it's something that is good, why will a whole president of 200 million Nigerians refuse to? Me, I devote 1 hour every day for social media. I devote 1 hour for radio, and I devote another 1 hour for television, just to have an idea. What are the polls outside? How do people see us as leaders? How you understand? And you cannot run away from that. The ordinary man on the street is the man who knows what he feels, how he feels it, and then the effect on him. And if you don't listen to him, he doesn't have access to you. But he has access to Berkete family, he has access to channel, maybe if he run into you somewhere, he has access to other means of dissemination of information. And then you can see what his thinking is. So if you know what his thinking is, there are some that may not necessarily be correct.
Well, are you
This week brought a storm of headlines, fueling debates, controversies, and global curiosity. Stick around as we unpack the biggest trending stories and commentaries. 15 gig is trending after MTN raised the price of its viral data plan from 2,000 to 6,500 naira, which is a 200% hike, far beyond the 50% increase approved by the government. The move sparked outrage, especially as the hot deal *121# option was also removed. However, following public backlash, MTN has now reversed the decision. Initially, Top Gun on X says there is no way for the average Nigerians to grow in this country. The 2,000 naira for 15 gig that we were managing is now 6,000 naira. Tell me, how does one save in all of this? Femi on X says MTN really feels say I go pay 6k for 15 gig. Chapo also says MTN increasing 15 gig price from 2,000 to 6,000 naira is the most brutal thing. Why did they do that? Two-Face is trending after politician Natasha Osawaru-Gbinedion accepted his marriage proposal. Reports claim she initially rejected him out of respect for Annie Dibia, but a viral video confirmed her acceptance. Blogger Stella Demoko Kokos also alleges that Natasha is pregnant, adding more controversy to the story. Deborah Neck says Two-Face has proposed to Natasha. This particular news is so shocking to me because on the 27th of January, this man made it known to the general public that he and Annie are getting divorced. Now, in less than a month, he's already proposing to another lady. Make it make sense. Theo Abu also says our brother Innocent Two-Face sang for all the women on our continent. And some people think they can box him into staying forever with one queen forever. The goal is for him to marry as many African queens as he can before he joins his Otukpo ancestors. Meanwhile, Dr. Penking says Two-Face and his new wife Honorable Natasha all loved up. I love the way my man is prioritizing his happiness over what people will say. Nedu is trending after announcing his exit from the Honest Bunch podcast following allegations from Very Dark Man. VDM accused Nedu of scripting fake stories and using his platform to manipulate narratives, even claiming he exchanged intimacy for stardom. The controversy began after D1's podcast remarks, but VDM shifted focus to Nedu, threatening to expose more names. Amid the backlash, Nedu has now stepped down from the podcast. Abbas on X says Nedu resigns from podcast gay. This Very Dark Man gets power. V1 also says VDM is manipulating everybody. Nedu is innocent. Nothing must happen to Nedu. Mr. TC says never play in a gutter with a man who has nothing to lose. People still don't understand that Very Dark Man is a different species of social media influencer. No ads, no gigs, no promos, and you still want to play clout chasing with him. Nuhu Ribadu is trending after slamming Canada for denying visas to Nigeria's defense chiefs, saying Canada can go to hell, but it's painful. The officials were set to honor injured soldiers, but key figures were rejected without reason. Ribadu called it disrespectful and a wake-up call, while some Nigerians are celebrating the denial. Femi Fani-Kayode on X says, "At last, we now have an NSA that has some balls and is prepared to stand up to foreigners that treat our people with contempt." Nuhu Ribadu was right when he said the Canadian embassy was being disrespectful by not granting visas to some of our military top brass, including the Chief of Defense Staff, who were scheduled to attend a formal event in their country. He also told them to go to hell. Proud of you, Nuhu. The days of foreign governments kicking us in the teeth and getting away with it are long over. FS Yusuf says Canada say them no go give visa, now by force. Can't two people connect online? Must you travel to Canada? Nuhu Ribadu no sleep since last night. That's a wrap. Stay tuned for next week's trending stories. Power moves and tough decisions defined this week. Atiku raised concerns over Nigeria's health budget, Rivers State lawmakers gained full control, and Ganduje backed President Bola Tinubu for 2 terms. Tax reforms stirred debate, Southwest governors launched a security force, and the CBN cracked down on ATM limit. Meanwhile, the 2025 budget hit a record 54.99 trillion naira. Here is a breakdown of the biggest stories from this week's top headlines. This week begins with the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar warning against the mismanagement of Nigeria's $1.07 billion allocated to the health sector in the 2025 budget, urging transparency and accountability. He cautioned that the funds must not suffer the fate of past misappropriations where money was allegedly swallowed by snakes, monkeys, termites, and gorillas. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court dismissed Rivers Governor Fubara's suit against the 2024 budget representation. Following his withdrawal, Governor Fubara must pay 4 million naira to the Assembly and Speaker Amewule. As it stands, pro-Wike lawmakers can now resume legislative duties. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, the APC National Chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, urged northern politicians eyeing the presidency in 2027 to abandon their ambitions, affirming that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will serve 2 terms. His statement, seen as a response to former Kaduna Governor Nasir El-Rufai remarks, reinforced the APC's commitment to power rotation between the north and south. Ganduje stressed that Tinubu's leadership must be supported to complete ongoing reforms, assuring that power would return to the north after 2027. On Thursday, the House of Representatives advanced the tax reform bills to the second reading following intense debate on contentious clauses, constitutional conflicts, and ambiguities in key provisions. Northern lawmakers opposed double taxation and inheritance, demanding revisions. While the House upheld the Nigeria Governors Forum stance on VAT sharing, it rejected tax hikes. The bills were then consolidated and forwarded to the Finance Committee for further review. On Friday, Southwest governors met in Lagos and agreed to form a joint surveillance team to tackle insecurity and create food hubs to curb inflation. Chaired by Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, they condemned e-swap threats and urged stronger security collaboration. The governors emphasized the need for proactive measures to safeguard lives and property in the region. Attendees included Governors Ayedatiwa of Ondo State, Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Ademola Adeleke of Osun State, and Biodun Oyebanji of Ekiti State. Also trending this week, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has warned banks against forcing customers to withdraw less than 20,000 naira per ATM transaction, threatening penalties for violations. It urged affected customers to report such cases and advised using own bank's ATMs or digital payments to reduce fees. To wrap this week's top headlines, the National Assembly passed Nigeria's 2025 budget at 54.99 trillion naira, nearly doubling the 2024 figure. Initially proposed at 49.7 trillion naira, President Bola Tinubu later raised it to 54.2 trillion before the lawmakers approved the final amount. The budget prioritizes infrastructure, social programs, and debt servicing amid economic challenges. And that's a wrap for this week's top headlines. Stay tuned for next week's edition.
In this edition of the Mike On Podcast,
the conversations gets even bolder. This week's edition of the Mike On Podcast comes with Ayo Fayose, a social commentator and younger brother to the former Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose. Known for his bold takes and strong social media presence, he was a vocal voice during the 2023 elections. Isaac Fayose bears his mind on politics, national issues, relationship with his brother, and personal identity. Join the conversation as Seun Okinbaloye leads it today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Micon Podcast. I'm Seun Okinbaloye. Today, I'm joined by a guest whose voice echoes in Nigeria's social and political discourse. Isaac Fayose is the younger brother of Governor Ayo Fayose, the former governor of Ekiti State. He's also a sharp-witted social commentator known for his bold insights and engaging commentary. Over the years, he's carved out a distinct space on social media, particularly on Instagram, where his thought-provoking critiques and relatable content have earned him a significant following. Isaac Fayose was especially vocal during the 2023 elections, using his platform to shape conversations on national issues. I'm hoping to get on a ride with him into his world to get his views on pressing national issues and how he blends his views on politics, social commentary, and personal identity. So sit back, everyone, relax, and let's get the conversation started. Thank you so much, Mr. Isaac Fayose.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, your brother, Governor Ayo Fayose, I'm fond of in interviews with him, it's always calling himself Oshoko. You know, jollof rice. Do you also have some kind of attributes or accolades for yourself?
Well, no, not really. I'm not a politician, so I don't need all the...
It will tell you that I'm the only sitting governor that has beaten an incumbent twice. And it will also tell you that he's Peter the Rock.
Yeah. Oshokomole.
Oshokomole. So are you an Oshokomole too?
No, I'm not. I'm just Isaac.
How are you?
I'm very
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I mean, what makes a Fayose tick? I mean, there's Ayo Fayose, there's Isaac Fayose. And you guys seem to have a similar trait between both of you.
I don't know. I think it's because our father is very bold. So I think we got that from our dad.
Oh, yeah.
Fearless, was a fearless man.
Interesting. But what happened? It seems you and your brother seems to have disagreed. What happened?
Because of Ekiti politics, number one. My brother is supporting Governor Oyebanji, and I don't think Governor Oyebanji is doing anything. So I don't see why I have to join him to support Oyebanji. And I have another brother, we are 4 boys, that is contesting for governor, Otumba Fayose. So I'd rather stay with my brother than to follow my other brother to Oyebanji.
So there's another Fayose who wants to be Ekiti governor?
Yeah, that is campaigning now.
Wow. What party is it?
Oh, it's in PDP.
It's in PDP. But you are not, you are...
No, I'm not a politician.
But you remember you supported Labour Party in the 2023 elections.
Yes.
You are an obedient.
How can I say? No, I'm a Hajib, any government in power, and any good candidate out there. You know, Peter Obi happens to be my family friend. And I love his 2023, I love 22. You know, I love the things he's saying, how to fix Nigeria. So I just said, this guy can do the job. Let me work with him.
So you thought that Peter Obi was the best candidate
yes.
as of the time?
Yes, 2022. So I said, no, I'm going to follow this man. You know, I started by, first of all, donating 20 million. Later, I gave them my hotel in Ibadan, the Ibadan Obedience. And from there, it's just... coordinating, I coordinated Ibejuleki Etiosa, that for him. So,
but a lot of Obedient actually thought Peter Obi won the election. Yes. Are you one of those who believe so?
Yes, because if you look at the results, you know that as a dirty game on that. I think we won that election, but unfortunately, the judiciary said we didn't. So,
INEC said in the result that the APC and President Bola Tinubu won that election. So at every layer of the litigation, it came out that President Bola Tinubu was affirmed as a winner of that election. I mean, does that not show you enough evidence that that election was won by President Bola Tinubu and the APC?
according to INEC, yes, but according to me and what I saw before and after, I believe we won that election. But unfortunately, INEC said no, court said no, so we've moved on. So
yeah, Peter Obi didn't even come second; he came a third.
Third.
Yeah,
that's true. Third.
So how could he have won? I mean,
well, if you look at
your own estimation
in Lagos, we got about 600,000 plus. I can't remember what we got. Well, I think we got over 1 million votes.
You think? I mean,
Lagos.
Peter Obi won in Lagos. Definitely
with little
margin,
but that's not the real margin. Lagos, I think we won with about 800 to 1 million votes.
Margin.
Margin.
So, I mean, if you won, just like Kwankwanso, the NNPP candidate, won in Kano, could he have said, oh, because he won gallantly in Kano, does that mean that he won the election?
Well, remember, Obi wasn't from Kano.
No, I'm saying that you were in Lagos and Peter Obi won the election in Lagos, and you think that because what you saw in Lagos now relates or translates to Peter Obi winning the election. Don't you think that may be misplaced?
No, because if you look around, look at the North Central, look at Plateau State, look at how many days it took them to declare the result. Look at Abuja. Abuja is small. Normally by 2 p.m., we normally get Abuja result. It took them 3-4 days to declare Abuja results. So a lot of underground hanky-panky has gone into, manipulation has gone into it. But it's gone now. They are 2 years into going to the third year. So we've moved on.
But you seem to, at some point, you started having some kind of narrative that seems to be that you are truly Ajib, any government in power you now started speaking in favor of President Bola Tinubu.
Yeah. After declaring the result, say, okay, this is the winner. I think the best thing to do is for us to come together because we don't have any other country. So I said, okay, now that they are the one in power now, we need to at least calm things down and let people calm down because obedience then, they are not happy. The whole thing is, they're not going to declare him, the court will remove him. So no, let us have a stable government for now till court says otherwise.
But let's go back to Governor Ayo Fayose. This was a man that you take pictures together in public. But there are those who believe that your relationship has really gone sour. Recently, that you don't even talk on the phone any longer.
Yes.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, we blocked each other.
Why? Why would you do that? That's your older brother.
Yeah, well, he's my older brother. But what happened is my brother, the one I'm after, Otumba, that is contesting for Ekiti Governor now, about 8 years ago, he said he contested for House of Rep. My brother said, no, step down for my son. 12 years ago, he tried to contest for House of Rep. My brother said, no, step down for my son. Now he said, I want to contest for governor. You are saying step down for Oyebanji. I think that's selfish. And I approached my brother. I said, listen, you can't be doing this to your brother. Your son is still 20-something years old. So they still have a lot of time. Allow him. But he said, no, I'm for Oyebanji. So I said, okay, I'll go with Otumba. That was it.
So you actually met him face to face to tell him this?
Yes, we traveled to South Africa together. We were on the plane together. We were together for 7 days. We were talking back and forth, family, politics, and my brother trying my brother and Wike trying to destroy PDP. I will use the word destroy PDP. I think it's bad because how can you imagine me using this step to come up and getting there now, say, okay, let me destroy this step. How will I go down? I mean, how will others come up? So I think they trying to destroy the party that I've given them 8 years as a governor. That's evil. To me, that was why I said, no, if you are not going to change, I will change. I don't want to be your friend again.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, your father is late.
Yeah.
What about your mother?
She's alive.
She's alive. Has she intervened in this matter?
Yeah, a few times. But you know Shoko is very stubborn.
But they say you too, you are stubborn.
Well, I don't know. But you know Shoko is very stubborn. So said he's with Oyebanji. So I'm with Otumba. And you see, anytime I release my video, even during 2023 election, he doesn't like it. He will call me. Isaac, don't do that kind of video. I'm supporting Atiku. I said, no, I don't like Atiku. I like Obi. Why do you have to do what you want? He said, please, 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 whatever you are doing is affecting me. I said, but for me, I believe I have a say. Over 50, can I still have to come to, why do I have to come to you all the time to take permission to release videos? No, I don't think it's right. So it's better you you face what you like and allow me to face what I want.
So I mean, you disagree politically. He believes that you need to toe the same line politically that he is on.
Yes.
And you say no.
I know.
So it's gone so bad that you've blocked him. He has also blocked you.
Yes.
Reciprocity.
I think so. Yes.
What about your children? I mean, they're cousins. Do they still relate at that level? Or
Well, my children are they are abroad. They are not in Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, they've never been here, so they are not close. They are not so close with Oshoko's children. So it's just we, his siblings, are close. So I don't think that has got anything to do with them. You know, I believe they'll catch up later. You know, I believe I'll still come back with my brother too. You know, I love him. I'm sure he loves me too. So I'm sure one day he will understand that it is what it is.
How do you feel? Do you feel bad that you're not on talking terms now?
No, I don't feel bad. No, I got nothing to lose.
What did your mother tell you about Ayo Fayose?
Well, my mom
when these rancors started.
She's been talking to both of us. She said, "Oh, please take it easy with your brother. You yourself too, brother. Consider your brothers." She's been, you know, she's I don't know. As a mother, what can she do? She can't flog me, and she can't flog him. You know, she can only say, "Please, guys, stop." And that's what she's been doing.
Now, so you are with Otumba. So
well, he wants to be governor. Okay, it's okay.
That is if he gets the ticket of the PDP.
Yes.
So, and I mean, how would he feel if there is a two Fayose who have governed Ekiti? You don't think that it will look like a family affair?
No, I don't think so. Look at Osun State. We have Adeleke there now. He had Sheguba back then. So I don't. It's about his program. What he has for Ekiti people, not about his surname or his background. Or to me, I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Why are you opposing Governor Oyebanji? Because your brother feels that he's done well to deserve a second term.
How can you do well in 2 years? 2 years, 24 months. 24 months. And we have about 68% of Ekiti graduates riding Okada. Kemarua. How can you say you've done well? Come on. Hasn't done nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Is your judgment or your appraisal of Governor Oyebanji fair?
Very fair. Very fair.
So you don't see any good that he has done as
Nothing.
governor of Ekiti State?
Nothing, my brother. Look, go to Ekiti now. You can't enter Ekiti.
What do you mean?
The roads are bad. The roads are bad. Come on, the same way you are looking for, okay, let me develop the state. You have to develop the people too. Why are your graduates riding Okada? No empowerment. In my state, we still use hoes and cutlass to farm. You put about 31 billion on airport, you and your Gafayemi. For the past 6 years, the airport, they haven't made 1 naira from the airport. There is no car park there. Come on, my brother. He said agro-allied airport without agro-allied products. Is it possible? Who is fooling who? You know, so it's not doing nothing. To me, you know, I can't see anything. People are there, they are hungry. Go to Ekiti now, they are like scavengers. They will be begging you for money per second. You know, how can a graduate be begging for money? You know, you have billions that you are just putting on white elephant projects. They are not benefiting anything from. You know, so it's not, to me, it's not doing anything to deserve that second term. And 2 years, it's too early to be campaigning for second term. To me,
is it not too early for you to judge him? For you said he's just spent.
He started it. He and my brother started it. Going to the market to campaign for second term. That's why I said, you guys, what have you guys done that you are campaigning for second term? There's nothing on ground to show that that you deserve this second term. So can you stop and concentrate on the state? That was where we started from. Concentrate, work more for your people, do something. But, you know, they want that second term desperately.
Is it fair for you to also say that your brother and FCT minister are the ones destroying the PDP?
Yes, now.
How?
Look at PDP now. PDP is empty. It's Wike now. Wike and my brother. Look at what my brother is doing to PDP in Ekiti now. PDP in Ekiti, they are like kakas now. You know, this next election coming, I'm sure they will have about 3-4 candidates, and they will be in court.
Can you substantiate your claims of blaming the problem of the PDP on your brother and former Governor Wike?
My brother today, my brother was the only major PDP leader in Ekiti. And how can a major PDP leader, you as a major PDP leader, you are now supporting APC candidates? Come on. They are looking up to you. They are looking up to you, your company, as a CEO. Everybody's looking up to you. When the CEO is now giving us this body language and we are supposed to be going right, he's taking us left. Come on. We don't need the oracle to tell us that this guy is trying to pin PDP down for APC to grow.
Your brother calls himself Oshoko. You know, jollof rice.
Yeah.
Peter the Rock. And you are not worried that rock, you are going against the rock.
Which kind of rock?
Isaac against Peter.
Even me, I'm a mountain. Which kind of rock? Don't forget, we came from the same womb. Same father, same mother. I'm a rock myself, so it's rock versus rock. Navikone won't happen.
But I mean, you are not afraid of the rock that has defeated 2 incumbents.
You see,
in the politics of Ekiti State, this man is more experienced than you are.
My brother, I'm not a politician, but I was with Obi and we won Lagos. I won my polling unit in Lekki Phase 1, you know, and we won the whole Lekki, Okunwaja, everywhere. Bejuleki, Ikoyi. Come on, it's not about name.
So you can do same for Otumba. if he gets the ticket?
I don't want to pick Otumba as. I don't want to say Otumba will be the candidate. But whoever PDP picked, I will support that person.
What about Labour Party? You will not support Labour Party?
No, there is no more Labour. Labour was just a vehicle we used 2003. There is no more Labour. All our House of Rep and senators, they are all decamping now. So there is no more Labour.
So Labour is dead as far as you're concerned.
Labour, PDP, we're on one party state now in Nigeria.
So Nigeria is on a one-party state.
One chance straight.
Wow.
Courtesy of Wike, Oshoko, and others.
Wow. Is it fair to blame them?
Okay, who do we blame now? Someone like Wike, 8 years as a governor, local government, PDP, and you are happy to destroy the party. You are working with APC. I mean, talking down on your party. What do you call that?
You come from a very large family. I understand that you're about 27 or thereabout.
I think we're about 31 or something.
The same mother?
No, same mother. We're 7.
Okay. So you, Otumba, Ayo Fayose. Ayo Fayose is the first child.
No, it's not. We have Moji. She died about 2-3 years ago. First, Ayo Fayose is the first son. The second, we have Bindok. We have Bingbe. She's late too now, cancer. And we have Otumba, me, and I have a junior sister. We are 7.
I mean, there are those who believe that Peter made Isaac financially.
No, it's not possible. How? My mother happens to be the highest importer of Nissan Datsun in the 80s. My mother took Ayo to Rotterdam and said, Ayo, yeah, you are my first son. Let me empower you. My mother empowered Ayo, Dele Peter Fayose, taking him to London. From London, it took him to Rotterdam. Amingo shipping agent said, no, this guy is going to be representing me now. It's my first son. So from there, Spotless Motors, Spotless Lotion, Spotless Travels. That was how Ayo picked. The one after Ayo, Bindok, is richer than Ayo. I don't know, maybe after governor. After governor, 8 years. Maybe Ayo is richer than him. Bindok was way richer than Ayo.
Before Ayodele became governor.
Yes. Asset and cash, I'm worth 10 billion naira. And Ayo does not have 100 million to me. When he was Ekiti Governor, he didn't give me no job.
Why? You didn't ask?
No, because I'm not a contractor. I didn't.
Was he not friendly to you when he was governor?
He was friendly. We were close. But, when he became a governor, he's my brother before we roll in the house, before governor. After governor, after swearing in, when he walks in, people will get up. People will sit down. When he sit down, people will sit. They started calling him Excellency, Excellency, Excellency. So me, I'll just sit. Say, maybe this is not my same mother. We grew up together. Why do I have to be jumping up and down like a frog? So later he said he doesn't like it. He couldn't face me to say, Isaac, I don't like it when you sit down and others are standing up. So he went to our mother and said, I don't like what Isaac is doing. They said, what is he doing? He couldn't explain. From there, I started
moving away from him.
Moving away from that. This second time I was in Ekiti for just 5 or 6 times to see my mother, not to see him. Before his second term election, we didn't talk for 5 years. He was governor for 2 years. We blocked each other. It was towards the last 2 years of his second term that one pastor intervened and we unblocked each other. He didn't give me no job. And people still look at my own business, my farm, my resorts, my everything as a national cake. They still say, oh, this is Ayo Fayose's brother. So let's drop his business. Let's drop everything around it. Because he's spending Ekiti money. I didn't get any job from my brother. So even the one contesting for governor now, I don't think he got anything. Even Bindok, they went to meet him at a point that, you're about to leave. Won't you just give your siblings something? He said, no, I don't want to give them anything because I don't want opposition to use it against me. The rest is history.
Is your brother stingy?
I can't say he's stingy because when I was growing up, because I happened to be the last son, so I got 18 years old, my mom bought me a car. 19 years old, my sister bought me a car. When I moved back to Nigeria, he dashed me one old car, Ayo. When he left Ekiti, he dashed me a brand new Prado too. So I get cars once in a while, maybe once or twice from him, But any other thing, I can't say he's stingy. Maybe he doesn't believe in a family or empowering family, or maybe he believes we are okay. Maybe that is why.
But I mean, for the sake of your mother, is it possible that you just stay? I mean, in Yoruba land, there's in that sense.
I love my brother. Don't get me wrong. But to be honest with you, I think my brother believes, because he is a former governor, is superior than any other person in the family. And you cannot live like that. You understand? In Nigeria, yes, they respect politicians. In my own country, British, in UK, my MP, I can call him John. What's going on? I can talk to my prime minister. Oga, what you are doing, I'm not happy with it. So in Nigeria, they don't like correction. They don't want to hear, because they believe once they are there, they are like God. So I wish him well. I love him. I'm sure he will come around. If he doesn't come around, I don't care, to be honest. I don't care.
So let's look at your support base. I mean, there are those who are, and when you say, Labour Party is dead, PDP is dead, then what is left of opposition? Is this, what do you see of 2027 if President Tinubu says he's going to run again?
2027, no chance for anybody.
What do you mean?
Okay, PDP is as good as gone now. Nothing like Labour to me, because all their members have left the party. Well, I saw something on the news yesterday that the Northerners are trying to gang up, maybe from their side. But for now, I don't think any opposition, even for anybody to win election in Nigeria, you need to overhaul INEC. INEC is not doing any election. INEC is doing selection. In a country where they do selection, you are just wasting your time. Otumba, my brother, I told him, you are wasting your time. Even though I will support you, but you are wasting your time, because it's selection. They put whoever they want there. So you're our thumb now. They don't give an injection. They are numb. They don't work. You just go there, press.
You don't think
the vote don't count?
The votes don't count any
No,
longer?
of course the vote don't count. Come on, last election, let's say over 1,000 people went to poll. Over 800 went to court. 800 minus 1,000. You only have 200 left. So that means that means that election was a bad election, and the guy is still there, still planning another election.
So it's going to be a walkover for Bola Tinubu.
Of course, now look at what happened in Edo State. Edo State, I was there following them. 9:30, we are okay. IREV, our number, everything was okay. Before morning, our number, PDP number down, APC number gone up. That means the system is bad. There's no INEC is not doing any election for now. INEC, they are on selection. So as long as they are on selection, President Tinubu is coming back. 100%.
So that we should be worried about that, isn't it?
Of course, any opposition saying, oh, we are doing coalition, we are coming together, they are wasting their time. The first job they need to do is to go to INEC, stay there for 7 days on the streets, demand that the chairman must step down.
Really?
That is their... If they cannot do that, forget 2027. President Tinubu.
Even if Atiku and Peter Obi form a coalition.
Atiku, Peter Obi, with all the leaders in Nigeria, leave Tinubu and INEC chairman alone. It's Tinubu they will declare.
Is Tinubu doing well at the moment, from your own assessment?
He's trying in some area. When you look at the policies, let us take local government autonomy. Local government autonomy is in the next 7 years. If they allow it to stay and work, that means we'll be okay. Because everything comes from local government. So with that local government autonomy, that's a good one. We don't import fuel anymore. So that's good. They are working on state police. That's not bad. You understand what I mean? So in some areas, policies are good, but some areas, the policies, nobody is following up. How can you say, oh, you guys, you have local government autonomy now, and one guy just came from Edo and say, no, all local government must disappear. Come on. That's not, you have to back your policies up. Say, come, Mr. Governor, you can't sack local government. It's not up to you. It's only councillors that can sack local government. So they need to back those policies up. It's trying to me, but they need to do more.
If those who believe that President Tinubu's intentions are to make Nigeria a great nation, that he has that idea, he's got it in his mind that this is what he wants to do. Do you see him achieving that? If that is truly what he intends to do with Nigeria?
Well, yeah, you see, there's difference between the different. You have good policies, but you are not backing your policies up. That is another problem.
When you say back up,
I can say good things, but I'm not working it. You understand? I'm not working towards. Okay, look at local government autonomy. How can you say, yes, now you have local government autonomy? Up till now, you are still spending money to state governors.
They gave them an ultimatum upon which monies will not be disbursed to the state except directly to the... So there are stages, there are steps, there are processes to which that will be achieved. And in fact, the federal government has said that they will come hard on state and they will challenge some state in court who are not allowing local government autonomy to stay.
That's what they need to do. That's what we are saying. Come on, since last year, my brother. Come on. Even President Tinubu himself, you look at our National Assembly, they're talking about creating more states. And you already have 774 local government areas that you've abandoned. You don't understand. 774 is a good spread. In UK, we only have 90 area council, and they are functioning. In Nigeria, we have 774. President needs to call them, show them love, make them feel special. As he called all the local government chairman for meetings since the autonomy, no. So you're still dealing with the governors. You're still talking to the governors. You are not even carrying the local government chairman along. So what kind of policy?
I see you talking so much about how people are suffering,
yes,
the state of the economy. You seem not to be very happy.
Right.
I know the Fayose food bank that you're always giving food money out to people. But the president had said, look, this is just going to be, the suffering that we are seeing in the country is just going to be in the immediate, but later on, that the benefit of his government's actions, Nigerians will start feeling it. What sense does that give you? Do you see hope The government promised renewed hope. Do you see that?
Well, to be honest, as I said, his policies are good. But you see, Nigeria problem is a serious problem. It's a major problem. That means government have to be hard on people. You get what I mean? Okay, now you have about 67% of your population living below $100 a month. My chairman, there's problem, major problem, major. When 67% cannot eat 3 times a day, it's a major problem.
So you are talking about that Nigeria needs a benevolent dictator?
Well, kind of. Because our money is still leaking away. Go to local government, go to all these ministries. Go there now. They are still collecting bribe. They are still giving their friends, their contracts. Things are not working. Go.
So Tinubu is not the problem. The system is the problem, and the people.
The system is the problem.
How do we fix it?
That means Tinubu have to be hard on the.
Tinubu needs to be a benevolent dictator.
Yes.
If not, things are not going to work.
No.
I mean, are you an obedient?
I'm a hardship, any government in power.
But you are a follower or you're a supporter of Peter Obi. Are you still a believer in Peter Obi?
Well, kind of, yes. If they call election tomorrow, I'll still support Peter Obi.
Really?
Yes.
If against a Kwankwanso, against an Atiku, you're not going to support Atiku?
God forbid, but
why?
Why will I support Atiku?
Did he offend you?
No, there's a power rotation. 8 to the north, 8 to the south. So allow Southerners to enjoy their 8 years.
But if it was not the rotational issue, you could support Atiku.
Well, I don't think so.
You don't just like him?
No, I like him. His children, they are my friend. I love him. It's just I just don't think he's got anything to offer. Offer us.
Yeah, you mentioned that there seems to be a gang up in the north against Bola Tinubu.
Yes.
You heard some of the issues raised by former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, who has alleged a deliberate agenda to weaken opposition parties ahead of 2027 election. What do you make of? How do you analyze what is going on in the Nigerian politics?
Yeah, you see, yes, there's a major gang up against Tinubu. But at the same time, Tinubu is going to defeat them because don't forget, everything is still going back to INEC. As long as they have this man, INEC chairman, he's going to declare Tinubu. Forget anything. If they like, make them gang up, form up, even twist together like Indomie, nothing will happen. It's election.
I see that you got a lot of backlash online. A lot of times you got so upset. Sometimes you go back online to vituperate and say, "Oh, this is it." And there are those who are saying there's need for a regulation of the social media. For someone who has received a lot of backlash and a lot of criticism on the social media, how do you think social media should be handled?
Well, I think I don't think there's any major. You see, if you love your country, let me use UK for example. You hardly see people saying negative things about UK in UK. You know, so I think is our leaders that need to change. You don't need. What do you want to regulate there? People are free to say their mind. You understand? If you are found wanting, defaming someone or anything, police can pick you up. I don't think there is anything to regulate there. Don't think so. I think
even with the cyberbullying, some of the attacks, defamation.
That means our police have to buckle up and start picking people up.
But you were very vigorous when people came after you. When people come into your comment section,
they abuse me, I abuse them back. No, that's enough. I mean, I don't have to report them to police. You abuse me, I have my own mouth to abuse you. I don't care what you say. I don't really read comments like that, But once in a while, I see one or two. Say this one, I have to reply this one.
I see also that you were making comments about the issue between Two-Face Idibia's marriage and Honorable Natasha in Edo State. You seem to have a very strong opinion about that.
Well, as at 7 p.m. yesterday, yes. But after 7 p.m., I have another, a lot of people have been calling me to tell me a lot about what has been going on that I don't know about. So, well, to be honest, if you are going through divorce, me, I have 2 wives. I have 5 baby mothers. And I have 7 children from 7 women. These my 2 wives. I have white, I have black.
And you're legally married to all of them?
Yes, sir. By the grace of God. To the 2 wives, the white and the black. Now, rule number 1 in my own house. If you stress me too much, that means I will go and take another wife. Because I only have one life to live. In Africa, we don't really believe in homosexuality, homosexual whatever, because our grandparents, they believe in polygamy. If you are not giving me peace, I cannot survive. I can't make money if there is no peace. So if I don't get peace from my wife, that means I have to take another.
I imagine that you're a Christian.
Well, there is nowhere in the Bible that says even King Solomon has so many wives. Abraham even impregnated Asep.
But those doctrines are not standard. They are not regular with the way Christ would love Christians to live.
Please, can
in
you
terms
show
of
me
the number
where in
of
the Bible that says I can only be with one woman?
So the Bible in the New Testament has said that it is a Christian is a man and a wife. That's what the Bible says.
Well, I haven't come across that because my late father had 7.
And he was a good Christian.
Was a pastor. He died as a pastor.
Of which
CAC.
Wow.
Yes.
So you have not even started?
No, I'm done because I have grandchildren now.
Oh, you have grandchildren?
Yes. So I'm done. But if they don't give me peace, I will have to take another.
What about the baby mamas? You say you have 5 of them.
I have 4 baby mamas.
4 baby mamas.
Oh, yeah. Altogether plus wife. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you have 7 children from all of these women.
Yes.
How do you handle that? Isn't that complicated?
No, not really, because they love me. I love them. I don't take my children first. I take them first. You understand? And to be honest, if I can afford it, that means they are getting their upkeep. Everybody is calm, as long as you can afford it. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I don't really have any children in Africa. I'm more in America, Australia, UK, where school is free to university level, where medical is free. So I don't go through what my friends go through in Nigeria. I'm going to pay school fees. Me, I don't pay school fees. Her Majesty the Queen or the King, His Majesty pay my school fees for me. Australia, the government pay my school fees for me. When they are sick, I don't have to go to H-Medics to buy malaria. There, they have system that works. So I've planted my seed very well by the water that brings forth its fruit. Not in Nigeria.
So you support that Two-Face should leave Annie to be with
if your
Natasha?
wife is on drugs constantly.
Is that what the case is?
Yeah, she's in rehab now. Their children are with Toke Makinwa now. Well, if your wife...
Allegedly. I'm not sure these are confirmed.
I ask people, go and check for me. I have a hotel in Lekki Phase 1. You understand? So I used to own a TV station, Alibi Television in Lekki Phase 1 before. I used to have a studio there. So I know all these people. So I said, go and find out. I said, your wife is taking drugs. She can't function properly. That means you have to find someone else that can take care of it.
So you're supporting Two-Face even when he's in a marriage to marry?
No, they filed divorce. They are in a court.
But that has not, if a marriage dissolution has not taken place, you're still legally in that marriage.
No, not legally.
No, you're still legally married. I mean,
separation.
I studied law. No, if the marriage has not been dissolved in the eye of the law sees you as still together with a person.
No, you cannot legally marry someone else, but you can start dating. I was married here in this Abuja 20 years ago, Abuja here. And 11 months after, my wife said she doesn't want me anymore. Me too. I said, okay, I don't want you anymore. I started dating someone else. And 2 years after, the court said, oh yeah, divorce. We separate both of you. 2 days after, I went to marry another woman. That time waits for nobody. I only have one life to live. So why do I have to keep my life hanging for others? Relationship, marriage is a social contract. When your wife doesn't give you joy, she's not there, come on. You have to find a way to balance your life. A man cannot technically function well without a functional wife. Good functional wife. So when you don't have that means it will be dragging, you'll be going down. So if you want your life to be better, you move on quickly. I don't think it's
Mr. Isaac Fayose, what is your middle name?
Owolabi.
Mr. Isaac Owolabi Fayose.
Yes.
You say you are also a rock.
Well, if Peter is a rock, I'm a rock too.
We'll see which rock is more solid between both. And when two rocks collide, we don't know what happened.
We won't collide, to be honest. I will only say my own. I love, as I said, I love Oshoko. I love my brother. Forget, if he doesn't give me a job, God has blessed me. You don't understand. He's still my brother. We look alike. So he just need to understand the fact that every individual, they are different. I cannot, because you're a former governor, doesn't mean I have to be following you like a puppy. No, I cannot do it.
You say you are not a politician.
No.
But do you see yourself coming out someday?
God forbid bad thing.
So you can never run for office?
I just want to make a lot of money, bless people more. Now I do 10K every day. Food bank. I've been doing that for 8 years. I go to hospitals every month to pay people's bill. We started 1 million every month to empower people. I just want to bless people. I just want to make more money and throw the money out there just to support people. So I don't want to be governor, God forbid.
You don't want to be a politician.
No,
you want to
God
be a
forbid.
philanthropist. Yeah. That's what you want to
just,
become.
That's all. Just to be
See, Isaac Owolabi Fayose, philanthropist.
I just want to be touching people.
That's what you want
to be touching people.
That's what makes you happy.
That's what makes me happy. This year, I budget 100 million giveaway to bless people, to give people money. Every day when I wake up, I spend like 250,000. My daughter is sick. My this is it. That's what I want to be. So I want to do more, make more, and support people. Create more jobs. I opened the Amala place to create 50 jobs. I spent over 105 million. But, I can't be there. I can't be in my farm in Ibadan. I can't be in my warehouse in London, warehouse in Australia, or be in Abuja at the same time be in that Amala place. But because they think, it's Fayose, it's government money he's spending. They finished it. I sold it. Scrap, 45 million. I moved my money away because I opened that to create job for them. But because they are seeing me as a national
So they ran it aground.
Within 5 months, they stole the generators, they knocked the anything knockable. Instead of me making money, I even spend extra 2 million every month to pay salary that they can't make. So I said, no, this is not working. I sold it and I shared the money to the public.
Thank you so much indeed for talking to us. Isaac Owolabi Fayose. Thank you so much indeed. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
And so that's our conversation. You will see a lot of similarity between two men, Governor Ayo Fayose and Mr. Isaac Olabi Fayose. He says he wants to be a philanthropist, not a politician. But I hope that you had a nice time watching and listening to Mr. Isaac Fayose. Till I see you next time, I'm Seun Okinbaloye. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Mike On Podcast with Seun Okinbaloye. Mike On Podcast for the independent mind.